Hello, hello, hello. I don't know if anybody's going to be here for a little bit, but I'm hoping y'all will come in. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm real late, too. I'm about an hour and a half late. I knew I was going to be a little late, but this is a little later than I intended. Hi, Sharon. The book sale was good today, but then Jeffrey got hung up getting things together. We just found out some news about our neighborhood, and hi, Joyce, and we were just next door to the neighbors having a little chat about what's been going on. Apparently, across the big road from us, they had a home invasion here recently, and then next door somebody tried to steal stuff out of their driveway. So we were doing that. So hi, Holly. So I'm sorry, guys, that I'm as late as I am. I knew I was going to be late, but I just didn't know how late I was going to be. So I have some things I want to talk to you about. Yeah, Sharon, it's just, I don't know, the whole world's getting like that, I think. We live in a nice neighborhood, but we have to worry about our packages on our porches, and apparently the neighbor across the street caught two big guys with a pickup truck, and they backed into the neighbor's driveway and were getting ready to take everything out of their carport when the neighbor across the street caught them. And if he hadn't been watching, their grill and all that kind of things would have been gone. So they're over there putting a big old gate on, and we were trying to figure out why they were doing that, because it seemed like it was kind of silly to do, but that's why. So, and the big thing is I could have seen that same truck come in, because the next door neighbors have big trucks coming and going all the time, and I might not have even paid any attention. So anyways, I have some things to tell you before we get started on the project, and that will sort of let everybody come in. And Sharon, Joyce, Holly, I think I said hello. There's 10 people watching. If my friend from Milton, who I met at the library book sale last time, is watching, I apologize greatly, because for the life of me, I cannot remember your name. We were looking for you this morning. I had something that I wanted to give you, but we didn't find you. And I will tell you that if you want to go, it was not very crowded. That was something that was really weird at the book sale this time. So it definitely wasn't very crowded today. So okay, a couple of things. And I wanted to sort of do a few odds and ends before we start, because I know I'm late and it'll take people a while to find me. So first off, y'all know we're doing hangouts every month, and we just finished our Do-Si-Do book, and for May we're going to do a one-page zine style book, and I'm going to show you one, but we're going to do it with a file folder. And one file folder will make the book. Then if you want to make some tags or something. Well, that's good, Holly, that you got notice. Well, and I figured about 1:15 is what we would be, and then I was a little later because of chatting with the neighbors real quick. Anyways, this is what we're going to... Now, you don't have to have a big one. This just happens to be the first file folder that I grabbed. A regular standard size file folder is going to work just fine. To make tags and things to go in it, you may want another one. I think Lisa's thinking about using napkins as well. I'm going to use napkins to decorate mine. And I have no idea why I have a bad stream today, so I'm hoping it's working okay. But This is a one-page book, and I'm sorry, last week kind of went sideways, and I did not get the video up, but I will get a video up with links to my books and Lisa's books. This book was made with a 12 by 12 sheet of scrapbook paper, and see, it has pockets. There are pockets in the sides here. There are pockets in the top up here. And then Lisa put signatures in hers, and I put a signature in one place, but I put notepads in. So we're going to show you those options. Hi, Mary. So I just wanted to remind everybody that that's when that is. And because of May being funny and us having odd times, we're going to have a couple of, it's going to be back this 2 weeks in a row. It will be the 7th and the 14th at 7 p.m. at night, so that you'll know that we're going to hang out. And Spanky from Spanky's Crafty Corner, hi Mindy, will be our guest this month. And Mary, I'm really glad you're here because I wanted to show you this. They only had one, and I haven't had a chance to read it. But for $1, I figured it had to have some information that I would just love, but it made me think of you. I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1. It's a new book. It's a $18 book, and I got it for $1 at the Dollar Tree. Now, I thought at first when it had the elastic band that it would probably be like a sketchbook, but it isn't. It's actually, it discusses different things, and then there's a few pages where you can draw. And like I said, I haven't had a chance to actually sit down and read it, which is what I want to do, but it was at the Dollar Tree. Hi, Becky. Yeah, you're going to have to hobble to the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I'd have bought some more of them. Had they had more than one, I'd have bought them. Because I know you guys would like them for that kind of price. But they only had the one. I went through all the books that day, and they only had the one. So I wanted to tell you about that because before I forgot. Because it looks like a pretty decent book. It's, you know, I don't know that I would have paid $18 for it. And this is, it says visit Quart to Knows, QUARTOOTTOKNOWS.com. So I don't know if that's who is the publisher. Doesn't look like it. No, it's Quarry. Interesting. Then I did a little thrift store shopping. Oh, Becky, I'm so sorry for that. Mindy, are you hobbling around too? Mary, it is the 7th and the 14th of May. Those are Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central. Now, I hope it gets better soon, Becky. Anyways, I went to my favorite thrift store because I have a loyalty card with them, and I got a coupon for a free book. And it's my favorite bookstore because of how nice their books are and how nicely they keep them. And the book section has been destroyed. I'm so disappointed. And I had trouble actually finding a book. Now, you guys know I can find a book in a heartbeat. Well, this was the only book I could find, but I really like it. It'll be fun to cut up and use the images. But I had a free book, and I had a 20% off coupon on one regular price item. And then these The blue labels were 69 cents. And I thought these would be fun to jelly plate and then use. So, yeah, Becky, I think we actually have this butterfly book in. We keep these books like this in the camper. And I think there's a tub with some books like this. Hi, Lori. I didn't see you pop in. I'm sorry if I didn't say hello already. Anyway, so these were 69 cents. And I thought, dang, they're labels. And looks like the whole thing is darn near here. There's like one maybe out of it. There were even some envelopes for them. And I thought they'd be fun to jelly plate and then use on pages. And then you guys know that first thing I did was I said I didn't have a Rolodex, and I found this tiny baby one, which is so stinking cute. But yesterday, this one I brought home several weeks ago. Yesterday I found this big one. Look, I got a mama and a baby. And this one, all of the Rolodex cards are slide-in pages. You can put business cards in them like so. You know, that might even hold an ATC. How big is that? It's 4 inches by... No, it's not quite big enough for an ATC. It's only 2.25 to the... It's only 2.25. That's too bad, because that'd be fun. It'd be a fun way to store ATCs. I'm glad, Lori. Thank you. But the thing was, is this one was so tiny when I got it. I had to have it, of course. But, you know, see, I mean, look at, this is a business card, and this is how tiny these are. And then this one is bigger than the business card, and I think bigger than a normal. So, I don't know if there's a baby, maybe this is Daddy Bear and Baby Bear, and I need Mama Bear. Sideways, Mindy? You mean this? No. An ATC is 3.5 by 2.5, and so this is only 2.25, so they won't go in there. Which would be, it would be fun. I'll have to look and see. They may have something else. But anyways, this one was $2.99, and then I got 20% off of it, so that wasn't too bad. And now the thing of it is the paper underneath these is kind of thin. I don't think it would work very well to just work art on it. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. I want to play with this one soon, but I had other projects. Yeah, they're adorable. I think they're just cute. Cute, cute, cute. So I did that. I was bad. I bought stuff. I've been trying not to, but at the same time, then I went to the book sale today. And y'all know I just can't stay away from the book sale. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find a place to put this. I've made such a big mess. I'm going to have a craft-a-lunch here pretty soon. Yeah, the 2.25 is what ruins it. Okay. So, y'all know I'm really bad when it comes to books, but I couldn't help it. I just couldn't help it. Look at this fun ads in these. I got 5 books, guys. 5 bags. 5 bags of books. 5 grocery sacks filled with books. I was so bad. I just thought that these were just fabulous. I got a few of these. Somebody brought them out. They were bringing stuff out from the back this time. The last time we went, they didn't have really good books. But I mean, it was really weird this time. There was hardly any people there, but there was, you know, that for what it normally is. But this is the coolest thing. I wish Lisa was here. This is the Weaver's Horn Book, a tale of what is weaving where. And it's got Penland's thing on it. And Penland is in, is it in North Carolina? I think it's in North Carolina. But this was just too cool. It's craft paper. And it's not new, and I didn't find any dates. I'm guessing it's some kind of self-published book. It's got a 50-cent mark up here. But look at these fun pages. They're just awesome. Upon a mountaintop, as I heard tell, there was a place where one might learn to weave well. And there's a little weaver on top. Now, Penland started as a school in the Blue Ridge Mountains for the mountain people to learn, the women to learn a trade that they could work at in their homes in many cases and provide for their families. Penland, you had to go and learn to weave, but then they would put looms in people's homes for them. And it sits on top of a mountain in the Blue Ridge. It is hard to get to, and it is not a fun drive up that hill. At least it wasn't the year we went. They also teach other things now. One of our college photo professors went there and taught photography. But anyways, I had to show you that because it's got the coolest pages. I'm thinking these pages, I might just like alter this book in some way, like put these and make a heavier cover and then use these pages for something. But I'm guessing it's some kind of self-published book by somebody from Penland. It's Sally Kessler, but there's no dates or times. And it's a pamphlet stitched together, but it's not stitched through the spine. So, but it's wrapped around there just like we do the pamphlet stitch. So I thought that was really cool. Hi, Coloring with Dee. I'm glad you're here, even if you're lurking. I'm just kind of chatting for right this minute, and then we're going to start a project for our Totally Junk Journal. I just was late today, so that's the day. Becky, look at this bug book. This one, I can't remember if I found a date in this one. Its publishers were in Dubuque, Iowa. 1951 from the looks of it. Oh, no, those are different. Yeah, copyright 1951. But look at these bugs. I love beetles, and I thought these were so cool looking. There must be every known beetle known to man in here. Now, some of the pictures are ugly, but I just think that's just gorgeous. And with some color on it, don't you think that'd be... Okay, back to lurking. Bye, dear. I'm glad you're here. So I had got that. This is an embroidery, Art of Crewel Embroidery, and I picked it up because of the images in it are fabulous. It made me think of your sketching and your doodling, Mary. This is like a crewel, like leaf. A lot of this is crewel work. But I just loved these images. And there was some others. Oh yeah, see, this is a whole chapter on animals, butterflies, and then there's there was, the reason I'm looking, guys, is it was sort of a whole, and then it gorgeous. There was a whole section that was borders that I thought was really cool too. I'm just kind of looking for the borders. This might be boring. Is this boring? I'm sorry. If it is, let me know and we'll go on to something else. Well, I'm not finding them, but there was the, the old crewel work borders like this, but in borders, and they're in here somewhere. Isn't that fun? Bell pull. I don't know why we need a bell pull since we don't have a bell, but that's not boring, Mindy says. Okay, that's good. Thank you. And this, half of this book just does not intrigue me at all. But look back here, these. Oh, first off, I thought that was cool. But look at these images. I was just in love with those images. There's a tissue paper bookmark in it. But aren't those gorgeous? Now, they don't look like photographs, they look like paintings. Hi, Sherry. I didn't see you pop in. I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. That's good. I have a few more that I really wanted to show you. But anyways, I got this book because of the back half of it. Oh, and I love it when I go and there's newspaper or notes or something like that in the book. It's always so much fun to me to find other people's little treasures in my book. The little treasures are the best part. And I will enjoy some of the image. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? That's just gorgeous. Some of these images up front too, they just didn't intrigue me as much as the ones in the back. Oh my, I hadn't seen those. When we go like this, there's not room to really look at the books either. Hi, Janet. And hi, Deborah. It's crowded, and even though today was unbelievably empty for normal, it is still very crowded. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some more. I'm trying to find one particular book I really want to show you. I'll be right back. Oh. And that's not it, so I'll have to see where it went to. It's pretty hard to miss. Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay. Did I go to a book sale? Janet, yeah, I went to the book sale. That's why I was late. Yeah. Jeffrey finally got tired and sat down at a table. It just sat there. Oh, there very, very often there are no kid books. I don't know. They must have done a clear out of the kid books because, or somebody did, because there was a lot more kid books this time than there's ever been before. So I got quite a few. I want to do a board book project. So I got quite a few of these cardboard books, and I really didn't look at them that much, as long as they weren't just nasty, you know, tore up. I just went ahead and got them because I'm probably going to take them apart anyways. And hi, Janet, did I say hi? I'm not sure if I said hi. So anyways, I got I don't know, a stack, you know, of board books. And then I found this one, and I didn't really look at it too far because I opened it to that, and it was like, oh, I have to have that. And but this has got some fabulous circus type images in it. Ooh, that one smells musty too. There, you know, you never know. They've been in storage and places like that, so. But this one was really, and I hope I'm not I'm probably turning the pages way too fast. I'm sorry. But this one is all circus, and so I thought, you know, I want to do a circus journal. It will be so much fun. Look at these fun little images that can go on tags. And this has got really heavy pages. And I didn't look, but it's stitched together so I could take out parts of it and leave parts of it. Hi, Jerry. And Jerry, I sent you a message. Hi, Mike. I didn't see you come in. You had that with your kids, Lori? Yeah. We didn't have these are American Heritage Junior Library, and Brandon really was not into history. We had a lot more science books and stuff than we did history books. But I love this. I love the images in this book. This is just too much fun. And I think it will be fun to turn it into, maybe make it into a junk journal by itself and then add stuff into it. Because look at that. That's just, I won't want to touch that image. I want it to look just like that. So I got that one. Uh-oh, I missed something. You just saw it. Aha. Well, Jerry, it's a good thing I did it then. Hi, Lynn. And hi, Sherry. Oh, I think I mean, yeah, I saw your post, Jerry. Yeah, it just, the thing, the days disappear. These were just, I don't know, they were just yummy. And they aren't really all that special other than they were yummy. And, you know, when you're buying them by the bag full and your brain is on overload, you just grab them. So I think I have 6 of them. They are outline of literature. And the pages, I'm sure, are so far gone that they will have to be glued down. They aren't going to be able to stand alone by themselves. But they were so teeny tiny. I liked it that they were little. I think they'll be really cute, like as a total background for a postcard. Let's see. They are 3 3/4 by little 5 and 7/8. So they'll be perfect to do like a background on a postcard or a card or something like that, just by themselves. I was very disappointed in the foreign language. I've got several French dictionaries and German dictionaries, so I did not get any dictionaries this time, and I'll have to find what I did get. But the foreign language section wasn't even a quarter of a table this time, and it was mostly all German and French, and I picked up a few things, but not anything really, really special. I picked this up because of, and I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the embossing on this? I liked the front cover, the tinderbox. I liked the embossing on this. I'll probably gut this one. Its book jacket had fallen apart, but I've got parts of the book jacket. I'll probably gut it and do a oh, and that's glued. That's glued together. It's not. But this was given to Miss Eunice Dean in 1919. Its date is 1913. I may have to read this before I do something to it. And Jerry, did I say hello? I hope so. Hi, Lynn. You thought you saw Norma? I don't think, Lynn, that I've seen anybody named Norma, but hello. I may be wrong. Excuse me 1 minute. I got this. And of course the front cover just grabbed me. Now I'm going to tell you what, guys. I made Jeff carry 4 bags of books to the car. I carried 1 bag. But this has fabulous little images in it to cut out. But some of these images, some of the big images were fabulous too. And I haven't decided about these big images, how I might want to use them, but I love them. I just thought they were really gorgeous. That's the photographer in me. I wonder if I'm backed out all the way. Give me just a second to check the camera, guys. Yeah, I am. Okay. And this, of course, is like an iconic photograph, one we studied in school. So, but when you get back in here, there's all of these lovely things. Let me move that. This is a big book. I don't know if you can see it still. This is a big book. Well, hello, Benson Limo. Lynn, she's been to my streams before, but if she came in, I missed her. But see, there's some really nice small images, and look at this one. This book is just almost hard to move around. Jeff will, of course, want to peruse it before I'm allowed to cut it up, but that's okay. He won't read it. He will just peruse it. But some of these images are very disturbing almost in some ways, but there's a lot of small images in it too that I thought was wonderful. Oh, I love these. And guys, I'm like, uh-oh, paper doll time. Paper doll time. Hi, Barbara. I really think I will probably try to do some kind of paper doll thing with these. There's, I just thought they were just too cute to not. There's 7 of them. There's those over there and then these over here. And I don't know if there might be more in the book. But there's some ads throughout the book too. So that was a good one, I thought. Now let me go get some more. I'll be right back. We got some books for some friends. We have friends that, you know, when we see something, we pick it up. I finally found the ones from the foreign language section. I think that's what I found. Yeah. Okay. So I found these little itty bitty books, and I'm pretty sure they're German. You know, I don't read any of these languages, so I have to guess at things sometimes. But because they were tiny and because they were just sweet, I thought they were cute. So I got those. They're German. And I think they're all... And I need to look up a little bit about them. But there were several of them, and they all belonged to the same person. And I think they're biographies. Little biographies. Yeah, Lori. Oh, another Lori. Hi, Lori. Yeah, I couldn't help it. I was very, 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 very bad. I was very, very bad. This one is a newer book, but it's, I think it's Spanish. From what little I know, I'm pretty sure it's Spanish. And sometimes it helps me to know where they were published. Like when I went and I found the ones that were published in Norway. That's the only reason I knew they were Norwegian. But I'm pretty sure these are... They might be French, but There again, I'll have to look up something, and I usually try to look them up. This is musical terms, and I thought it's like a musical dictionary, which is, I've never seen one quite like this before. Wish I'd have had it when I was doing my music book, but that's... This one is fabulous. Okay, first off, this is a leather cover. It's like a pocket book. I'm pretty sure it's a pharmaceutical reference book, and and I'm not sure on its language, but I think there again it might be German. And like I said, you can't, if you pick it up, you look at it really quick, and then, well, this says Stockholm. So, oh, it's Norwegian, I would guess. Because it was published in Stockholm. Isn't that Norway? I think so. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Barbara. Look at these beautiful tabs. Look at those. Isn't that just phenomenal? Just like it is. It's like, oh, that's so yummy. I cannot, now the pages are real thin, like a dictionary. Well, they're a little heavier than a dictionary. I did say hi, Lori. I hope I have two Loris here right now. So Lori Smith and Lori Way. Hi, both of you. Okay, Coloring with D. I'm sorry. I'm going to do my project in a little bit. I'm sorry that this is just going through the books, but I just really wanted to let everybody get in, and I'm going to get on to the project here pretty soon. So, bye and have a great afternoon. But I couldn't help myself because of all of these lovely tabs. When I picked it up and it was like that, I was like, oh, my heart throbbed. So, and it's stitched. That's another thing. It is stitched in there. I'm trying to find the center. Yeah, it's definitely stitched signatures, and it's got a nice. Now the spine is getting a little worn, but it's just too pretty. And I just loved the color on this one. This is not an old book. And I had hoped when I saw the title that it might be Japanese or Chinese, but I'm pretty sure it's German. Yeah, it's printed in Germany, so this is German. So I got that, but I really liked the cover of it, and it's fat. It would make a fun junk journal. So, and this is Jeff found me a bunch of music. Okay, Barbara, bye, hun. I'm glad you got to come and listen to. This is a song deck's treasury of world famous instrumental music. 1955, and there's a really pretty yellow. But Jeff found quite a few music books that I don't get to keep. Like I said, we sometimes pick up things for friends, and we have friends that play with different groups. They play South American. They play Southern folk music. So we found several things that we think they will really enjoy, so they will go on to them. I picked up a few for my mom. Not many, because it's hard to pick up for her. This one is engineering drawing in French. Well, that's what it says. It's in French, but it's not in French. But it's Jeff found several books like this with engineering type drawings. But look at these lovely what do I want to say? Fonts and letterings. These pages are really, I love this. And he found several this type of book. I actually put a bunch of stuff back because you know you can only have so much of this stuff. But aren't these drawings fabulous? I really enjoyed those. Yeah, Barbara, it was, and he found a bunch of sheet music for me this time too, which we don't always get. This is lectures. It says lectures in French, and there again, the book is tiny, and I liked that it's so old and yellow. And this one is 1916. And I don't know that it was copyrighted again after that. These are odd characters stamped into the book, so but I thought that was lovely. It's just paper. So it might have been like a college doctorate. Aha. This may be it's, I don't know if you can see that. It says Doctor of Letters, Professor of French. So this could be like a published doctorate type thing. I don't know. Like I said, the man, when he found out I would take the magazines away, he brought me some Life magazines. And boy, have these got some old ads in them. He said they weren't putting them out because they were in bad condition. And, you know, they've been cut out of and that kind of thing. And I said, well, they can go home with me. They don't smell like cigarette smoke, so there's some of them that don't make me happy, but that's okay. Oh my goodness, the Jackson 5. But the ads, and it's amazing that the number of cigarette ads. This is a cigarette ad. All of these 60s magazines seem to have a ton of cigarette ads in them. I'm just not used to that anymore. So, oh, Campbell's soup ad. Look at there. Isn't that fun? So I got a few of those. This one is a Ladies' Home Journal he brought out to me. And I didn't even look. I just took it. I just put it in my bag and said, that's mine. Oh, your beauty demands this wonderful new face powder. Oh, and the fish. Oh, look at this. Saving money in the kitchen. Oh, you save money by serving Jell-O. But I thought this one was fabulous, so. Oh, and I've got a couple more I want to show you, and then we'll go on and do our project, because we don't want to look at every book I got. But those are heavy. But I did get some good foreign language books, but not what I had hoped for, really. What's this one? Oh, This, I think I picked this up. This is Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it is a the date on it, 1909. But what I liked about this one was how tiny the type is. This is a Reader's Digest book, okay? And you see the type size? It's pretty good sized. A lot of the books, this is not a large print book. This is pretty much normal. And this one's pretty tiny, and my guess is that's probably to save paper. But I liked that font size. And the pages are not too terribly brittle, so I just thought it was pretty. You know, sometimes I grab them because they're pretty. I can't seem to leave a book in distress. Barbara, in my... Oh, and I missed a bunch of chat. I'm sorry, guys. Call you Layla. Okay, I will try to remember that. I'll try to remember that, Layla. And Barbara asked me a question, and I hope she hasn't gone already. Okay. She can listen. Okay, she's probably listening. Barbara, my laundry room is about 14 feet long and 10 feet wide, and so I have those metal shelves in there, and I've been trying to keep them. Now they weren't, but when my sister was here and my little niece came, she sorted all my books, sort of. I had to go back and sort through them a little bit more, but like she took all the kids' books and put them in one place, and she took all the foreign language, anything she couldn't read, and by the way, algebra is a foreign language. Anything she couldn't read went into the foreign language pile, and so that way I can go in there and grab them. Which is, you know, and I usually just tear out of them what I want for the time being and leave them whole. I think in some of them, like that Americana book, I think I'm going to tear it up and take the pictures I want out of it and get rid of what I don't. Either that or paint. Use it on my jelly plate or something. Okay. Oh, Lala. Okay, hun. Lala, thank you. Pronunciation is not always... You know what? Doggone it. Kimberly told me a way to fix the chat so it was bigger and I could read it better. And, I forgot to do it. And now I see where the Lala is, hun. It's in the front. But yeah, Barbara, I have a storage spot. Now that doesn't mean very much because there's two piles from the last book sale still sitting over there a ways, just sitting there because I haven't taken care of them yet. But this is, let me see, this is an odd cover, and I couldn't quite tell what it was. So I just grabbed it because I, didn't have time to read it. But it's got... Okay, this one is printed in Spain. So it's Spanish. And I think that's what I thought it was. And it's some kind of engineering drawings and stuff with the Spanish in it. And sometimes I'll pick up an old book because of the font that's in it too. just because I like them as underpaper. So, okay. So that's what I did with my morning. What did y'all do with your mornings? I'm going to get a drink. And granted, there are more books back there, but a lot of them are what I kind of already shown you. Let's see what this one is. This one was... Oh yeah, like this one. This is... This is a builder's guide, okay? It's a reference book, and Jeff found it. And it's got about the strength of breed. And isn't this cool? And it's got thin paper like a dictionary. So there was several of these that Jeff found. So there's a bunch of stuff in there. Yep, piles. Yeah, Sherry, you know, the pilot issue is, Jeffrey always said that he married a pilot, and that eventually he was going to build every table in our house like an A-frame so that the piles would slide to the floor, and then he could just come along with a shovel and scoop them into the garbage can. And I'm not a knick-knack keeper, really, but we have some pretty good-sized antique furniture that's kind of sometimes in the way. And chairs. I have a lot of chairs. But books and art supplies, they're on my agenda all the time. Jeffrey, hon, I haven't come across that book, so unless you want to come and dig it out... Okay, because I don't care if you come dig it out. I just haven't come across it. I'm not going to pull them all out. And is everybody okay over there? Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, I had one more. And this is magazines. It's some kind, and I love it in that it's got a pin. It looks like I can take the pin out, and these are I think French. These are really nice these are really fun images, but I'm pretty sure it's French. One of these days I'll learn some languages and know exactly, but it had some really fun, and it's like they're maybe antiques. It's like an antique but it's a book that the magazines are housed in, because you come up and then you get up to the next magazine. And these are this one's from 1954. So it's got some pretty old magazines in it. And it's got some pretty fun images in it. And it's all foreign language. Marianne. Hi, Marianne. Yeah, books and paper. Books, paper, art supplies. Okay. Who thinks they might be going to play along today? Lala, then you are the same age as me. If that was 4 years older, that's the same age as my husband, and it's 4 years older than me. Sharon, we're going to do I don't want to say it as a pop-up. It's a fold-out. Now, they make these into little books by themselves, but I'm going to make a fold-out sort of accordion book. I don't want to call it a pop-up, but it's kind of a pop-up. I'm going to adhere it to my page in my, one of the pages in my book. Let me see, I think there's a page left on this. Yes, I've got a couple pages, so I'm going to put it on one of these pages. Yeah, that's right. 61 trips around, not around the sun, but and it's not going to be hard, I promise. We need, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you what we need to start. To start, we need some squares of paper. And you know, I use all of mine is recycled stuff. So you could start with scrapbook paper if you wanted. What happened to the rest of my stuff? Oh. No, that's not where it is. Oh, sorry guys. I'm discombobulated. I'm going to turn these envelopes into my papers. I'm going to use some security envelopes and some book pages for decoration. I'm then going to need a piece of cardboard, and I don't know exactly what size it is because the piece of cardboard has to do with the size our squares end up. So, but this should be big enough for my piece of cardboard. Lala, that is part of my, these are just pages in my book, and I just haven't gotten them back into sorting them out. This is one of the pages we did. It's upside down, but you know. And this will go in here like this. And this will go in here like this. It's just the pages of my signature. And I make pages out of whatever I happen to have. And when I want a sturdy page, I often use a paper bag. So, it's from our Totally Junk Journal. Hi, Joey. So, I'm going to cut, let's see, it looks like I can cut about a good 4. I'm going to cut 4 squares of paper out. And they have to be square, so if you want to get 4 squares of paper, now you don't want tiny squares, but say you're going to use copy paper, you could use copy paper without any problem. Copy paper will give you an 8.5-inch square. That's cool. I'm just going to cut these into some squares. They all have to be the same size. All the squares do have to be the same size. Thank you, Lala. We've been doing this project now about it's 27 weeks. This is the 27th week of projects. And each project is independent of the others. And I never did see if anybody's going to play. So if you could give me a holler as to who all might be playing, that would help. And it looks like my squares are going to be about 8.5 inches because of how big this envelope is. So that's the size we're going to make them, 8.5 inch squares. And if you could give me a heads up to who all's playing, that would help. And I'm just trimming these to the square shape. That's all I'm doing right now. Okay, Lala's playing. Joyce is going to do it later, and Joey's watching. Okay. Now, if you're worried about exactness, then you should not cut two pieces of paper at the same time on these little cutters. I'm not worrying. I'm just trying to get them close to the same size. So now I have two pieces of 8.5 inch square paper. And this one will give me one more, but I don't want those windows, so and those are nice big windows, but I just don't want them on my project today. Sharon's watching. Mary, are you still here? Are you going to play along? Yes, Sherry, pretty much any size square, but you don't want them too tiny, okay? I'm doing 8.5 inch squares. You could use a 6x6 pad. That's kind of small, but it wouldn't be impossible to use. You could use a 12x12 scrapbook paper. Quite frankly, this has been done a lot with 12x12 scrapbook paper. They make little scrapbooks this way. And I'm going to cut 4. This side of the envelope's pretty dirty. I'm just going to use the other side. There again, if you wanted to make a whole book out of this, it would work. I just am going to make a fold out for my page. I'm probably needing a new blade on my cutter. Now, if you're using something heavier, you may only want 3 pages. Like cardstock, if you're using cardstock, you may only want 3 pages. So, Lala and Sherry, I think you're the only 2 that's playing. Let me know when you get your squares. I'm going to hold off for just a minute until you tell me you've got your squares. And hi Deborah. I didn't see that you were playing. I'm sorry. Let me know when you've got your squares. Take this little strip off of here. Lala's cutting, and so just give me a holler when you're ready, guys. While you're doing that, let me see if there's another book I want to show you. Let me see what else I might have gotten that would be fun to show you. Oh, Jeffrey, here's this book. You want to come get it? This one looked like it would be fun too. It had some really cool, and hi Irma. I'm glad you're here. It had some cool images in it, so we'll peruse it while the girls are cutting. And it's got nice paper in it, so things like this page, I'll pull these out and use them on the jelly plate, which will be fun to jelly plate over the top of them. Or in a junk journal. They'll be fabulous in a junk journal because they're nice. It's nice paper. I like to use the ones that are the front pages, like this piece. I mean, it's a little aged, but it's white, so it's perfect for a junk journal. And this, I like this. I like these. I like the visual thing of a content page or an index page. They're always fun to me. Let's see, it had some fun chairs and fun tools. I liked the tools. Some old-timey lamps. No, these are, yeah, those are camping lamps. But I know Jeff will want to peruse these before I get to tearing them up. He has quite a section in the living room that he's been perusing till I'm ready for him. Hi, country girl scrapping. Hi, Susan. We're just starting our project, guys. For For those of you cutting, can I have you pay attention for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to show you what to do when you get your pages cut so that I can go on and fold. And here's the thing. I have there's one part I've forgotten, and I think, yeah, all right. I think I got it right, but if I'm not, we've got to fold one thing the different direction. So, and Lala's ready. So, Deborah, how are you doing? Oh, I'm sorry about this. The shadows, guy. Give me a second. I'm going to put these down and see if that'll help. The shadows get terrible in here. I just realized my hands were making more shadow than you can see. Almost. Okay. Well, Deborah, I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do. The thing is, you're going to take all 4 or 3 or 4 of your squares, and you're going to fold them the same way. And I'm going to use this one because it's white on one side and it's got the pattern on the other side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half like so. Then I'm going to open it and I'm going to turn it a quarter turn, because see, here's my fold. And I opened it, and I'm going to fold it this way. And we've actually done this before, but it was a different shape. So, okay, we're making a pull-out accordion. You can turn it into a book, but I'm going to put it as a page in my Totally Junk journal. So once we get those 2 folds in it, then we're going to turn it over, and I'm going to make a fold across this way. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it out, and see, this is my corner to corner fold, and I'm going to push that corner to corner in, and I'm going to lay this down flat like so. Okay? So now, if I put my finger on this piece, when I open it, it opens like that. That's the thing I did wrong, because I want my white pages on the inside. So I have to start over, and I have these folds that I went this way. I need to fold it this way. Some days I forget stuff. So I'm just turning the folds around. Okay. See, so now when I open it, I have that. So I'm going to do it again, and this time I'll do it right. Okay. What I want is the side I don't want inside, the side of white that I want inside should be up. It would have helped if I had practiced more. I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to open it and turn it and fold it in half. I'm going to open it, and this time I'm going to turn it so that it's pointy, and I'm going to turn it over and fold it the other way. And it just, by folding it, turning it over and folding it other way, it just makes so that when you try to push the bottom up, these 2 angled folds kind of come together, and it just pushes down like so. Okay? Do we got it? So when I hold my finger on one of the flat sides and I open it like this, I get that. So I'm going to fold all 4 of my pages the same way, okay? No. Okay, I'll do it again, Sherry. This is the side I want as my back side. This is the side I want as my inside. Okay? So this is my inside because I want to write on it. Okay? I fold it in half. And then when I open it and I turn it, I'm going to fold it in half this way. See, right now it's folded that way. This time I'm going to fold it this way. Okay, but this time when I open it, I turn it over. And then I'm going to turn it where I fold it from one point to the other point. Okay, so now I have a triangle. Instead of 2 rectangles, I have a triangle. But when I do that and I open it back up and I take my hand and I put it in the middle, back here on the back side, and I push the back side up, these corner to corner folds will just kind of push right in like so. And then I can take the flat parts that don't have it, see there's no fold in this one, and I fold it down like so. Sherry, let me know if you got it, because I won't fold this one. I'll fold this one slower again if you don't. And Country Girl Scrapping, do you see what we're doing? I'm sure if you've scrapbooked for long, you've done this. And has Mary popped back in, guys? I didn't find out if she was working or playing or not. Okay. Yeah, I figured you'd seen these before, Country Girl. Sherry, did you get it? Did it come? I'm gonna walk through this one again. This is the side I don't care about. This is the outside of it. This is the side I want to be the inside. And we do a half fold. And then we open and we turn it and we do a half fold the other direction. And then we open it and we turn it over and we fold it corner to corner. And my square isn't perfectly square, as you can tell right there. And then I pop it, push the 2 corner to corners together, like so, and lay down my flat part. When everybody tells me they have all 4 of their pieces folded, we'll go on to the next part. Jerry, are you still here? And are you playing today? Well, hello, Vanessa. Vanessa, we are making, this is an old scrapbooking type project, and it's a fold-up accordion style booklet kind of thing, but I'm going to put it on my Totally Junk Journal page as a pop-up sort of thing. So what we did was we took 4 squares of paper, we folded them in half, opened, turned, folded them in half, opened, flipped them over, folded them cornerwise, and then when you put your hand underneath and push on the very center, these corner to corner folds come together and the flat folds come down. Okay, Sherry, that's good. You got it. And then the second one, Sherry, will be easier. But we're going to put it on a page in our Totally Junk Journal. So this is a page from last week. Oh, and it doesn't have a paper clip on it anymore. This is our fold out paper dolls that we made. And the fun door that Becky suggested, and I put on the door. Oh, I know why it's not put together, because the paper doll is not on it. Okay, why is my paper doll not on it? She's supposed to be on here, holding the door together. She's the party host, I guess. There we go. But I'm going to put this fold-out piece on my page right here. Country Girl Scruppin', that was from last week? Yeah, last week. We did those last week. We did 3 different kinds of paper dolls last week. We did an articulated paper doll where things move, and we did the fold-out paper dolls, and then we did a paper doll that you dress. Just a minute, I'll get her. She's wearing her fancy bell bottoms here. She was dressed for the party too. I was never one to play with paper dolls. They irritate me. But I had fun making them. There we go. Come on now, stay on there. There. And now she's dressed for the party too. So she can just see, she's all dressed and she can just help the host greet people. There we go. Okay, Deborah's ready and has hers all folded. Let me know when you get done, Lala. I'm going to I got this cute little book, partially because of its, look at the size of its type. I liked that large print. It's got some cute illustrations in it, but I like to use the words out of books as, okay, and Lala's ready. How you doing, Sherry? I like to use these great big print books as words for my journal pages and stuff. I like to cut them out. Jeff found me several, this one's a kid's book, but he found me several adult large print books too. Oh, thank you, Janet. Yes, guys, please do remember to give me a thumbs up. And guys, if you need book pages or fibers or junk journal stuff, napkins, anything like that, I do have a boutique group over on Facebook, which I bet my sweet Janet would give me a link to, where I sell some of the things I have. Thank you, Lala. Sherry, is it okay if I go ahead and show them the next step? Oh, Vanessa's off to bed? Okay, Vanessa, sounds like a deal. Have a nice rest. Okay, Sherry, then I'm going to go ahead and, guys, the next step is really simple as long as you get them all the same direction, okay? We have 4 pieces now, 3 or 4, and they all have a folded point corner and a place where there's flappies like that, and then it has the loose corners. So let's make sure we put these together with the folded point corner all in the same place. If they get turned, that causes some confusion. There's my boutique group. Yeah, Lala, if you use junk mail, then you can, yes, that's the whole, that will work perfectly. I used white pieces in the inside for a journal spot. That is why I did that, but these can all be decorated, yes. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to take the folded corners and we're going to line all the folded corners up so that we got them the right way. And then we're going to take our lovely glue stick and I'm going to put glue on here. And you know what I might do? I might use, oh, that's not glue, that's paint. I'm going to use a little liquid glue right around the edge, just because we want it to stay together good. And then I'm going to pick this one up and make sure this is the folded corner and that's the folded corner, and I'm going to glue this one right on top of that one. Now I'm going to continue in just a minute, but I want to show you what this looks like. See, now as I unfold it, okay, I can unfold that one, and then I can, this is not staying down, I have to hold it down. Then I can unfold this one. So we're just going to do that 2 more times. I'm going to glue that. And like I said, I like to use a little bit of this glue around the edge, because this is the part that takes a little bit of the abuse. This is sort of the binding of this particular little book. And I'm going to do that one more time. Just make sure you get all of the folded corners together. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to order silly glue sticks. I can't seem to find the glue sticks I like, so. And if Mary hadn't taught me about these wonderful glue sticks, I would have never known. This one's not the kind that she likes or that we like, but those Elmer's Extreme glue sticks are really nice. But I ran out and I haven't been able to find any locally. I'm going to have to order them. Oh, and thank you, Janet, for posting the link. Okay. So now we have this little thing that's going to open. And then that one will close, and the next one will open, and that one will close, and the next one will open. And like so. But at this stage of the game, we have some options. And I'm going to wait until everybody gets this part glued together before I'll tell you what the options are. Let me find another book to look at while I wait for somebody to say ready. Oh, I did get two. I got 2 road atlases today. That's not very common, but I got 2 maps books today. Oh, I got this. Becky, are you still here? I don't know if Becky's still here. She popped in and then she's gone. 10 copycats in a boat. Isn't that cute? I thought this was adorable. This may have to turn into a journal all of its own too. And this is not that old, but the pages are very yellowed. I think this would be a fun one to take apart and widen the spine out and turn into a journal by itself. But the illustrations were really cute in it too. And it's a nice size. I think it would be fun to work in. Let's see what makes Mom mad. Oh, it makes Mom mad. The letter D makes Ma to mad. Okay, Deborah's ready. Cat's on water. Yep. Lala's ready. How you doing, Sherry? We're going to wait for Sherry this time, girls. I'll show you another book or two. I'm sure I have another one that might be fun. Let's see. Oh, Jeff found these. These are sign language books, but they're typed. They're like they're typed out instead of being printed. I don't know if you can see that. Sherry's gluing. I figured you were close. But this is well, that's not what I thought it was. Oh, this is This is fun though. It's got some, it might have been because I liked the type, but there we go. This is sign language. So it has some great sign language pages. And I think they'd be fabulous in junk journals, and they can be broken down enough to go into a junk journal. This book's glued, so it, it's not like I can't get 2 pages out of it, but I can fold it and make 2 small pages. Okay, Lala, that would work. Now, don't get it too big if you're going to put it in your book. But if you're going to make a big book, this is a fabulous book. It's just a great book to play with, and it's great to do images on here. And each page is fun to do images. And just because I open it with the corners out doesn't mean it has to be, but I like it that way. I happen to like the corners kind of pointy. It looks, fun like that. So, oh my gosh, Susan, that is horrible. Jeff's sister, she's passed away now, but she learned to sign, and we took several sign language classes with her. I can't sign at all anymore. But we took sign language classes with her because she worked in special education. So she worked in the class at school where they signed. So Jeff and I took some sign language classes with her, but to make it illegal, oh my gosh, that's amazing. Sherry, I'm going to go ahead and go. So I want you to listen a little bit. I just want to say that so that you hear. I'm going to put my book on my page in here. Okay? So basically I'm going to put it on cornerways like this, and I'm going to open it like so. Okay? But if you were going to make it a book of its own, you'll need 2. I am only going to put 1 cover on my book. But I am going to put a cover on my book because this one page needs to have some stability to it. Also, I'm going to have to kind of find some way to keep it closed when the pages are all together. I agree, Lala. That's awful. And Sherry, it's becoming more and more where there are fabulous technology that you don't have to know these things, but at the same time, it certainly helps if you're out in public and happen to notice. But it's been too long, and if you don't use it, you forget it. So, okay, see, Sherry's already ready. What we need to do to know about our covers, and if you're making it a standalone book, you might want to make your cover just a touch bigger, because, let me just turn this over, because my book is going to have to turn this point right here, this folded point, is going to have to turn on here the whole way. I am going to make my cover the same size as my square. If I were going to make this a standalone book, I would probably make it 1/8 of an inch bigger all the way around. Hold on one second. So that it has some overlap. But then you're not trying to turn it against the page that's underneath. Yeah, a pretty paper clip will work real well. That's the plan. So my my book needs to be, and then I have to remember this ruler is not correct. I shouldn't say it's not correct. It's just that the edge of the ruler is not where the inches start. It starts in. This is basically 4 1/4 square. It's a hair less than 4 1/4, so 4 1/4 will work. If I were making it for an actual book, I'd probably use about 4 1/2 so that it goes a little tiny bit around all 4 sides. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece of cardboard and I'm going to cut a 4 1/4 inch square out of it. And this is like a postcard thing that came in the mail. And we're going to make sure that it fits on our book. Yep. Now, I need to move this mat. I'm going to cover this up with my fun pieces of security envelope. I'm going to just do a random collage on it. I'm going to use glue stick, and then I'm going to put an image on it. So that's what we're doing right now, is we're going to make a cover. Now if you want to make yours into a book, well, thank you, Lala. And that's it. A cereal box would be perfect to make it on the cover. This, especially if it's a book, this is not quite that thick. It's a little thinner than that. But it will work because I'm putting it as a page instead of, but cereal box would work perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little collage-y thing, background, the way I always do. You guys know how I do this. I'm just going to take some pieces of this. That's one color. Two, not colors, but pattern. And I don't want to use the blue one today. Let's find a fourth one. Oh, that's a good one. And I'm just gonna give myself some little pieces. Oh, I may need a second piece of that one. And my glue stick. Okay, well that was not good. Of course. The end of the glue stick fell out of the glue stick on the floor, and you know what side landed down, right? Thank goodness for baby wipes. So I'm just going to glue these down. Very random. randomly. Another thing about the fact that this is a thinner cardboard, I have learned that when I put these security envelopes on stuff, especially with glue stick, it gets pretty thick pretty fast. I don't usually have to worry about the thickness of it too much. Now, you notice that I go over the edges. I will just trim that all off in a minute or two. This glue stick is toast. Yeah, Susan. That's kind of what happened just a few minutes ago. Well, hello, Miss D. Well, I'm so glad you have been. I'm so glad you've been watching. And so nice to have you here. Welcome, welcome. I was throwing glue sticks around a few minutes ago, so I'm, you know. Sometimes I get the pieces and I'm not sure exactly which way I'm going to make them go. And I have to look at them for a while. Yeah, we were, Susan, and the thing about Susan about my glue stick dropping on the ground is, of course, it's right below my feet. So I had to get down there and take care of it right then, because otherwise, you know, I would step on it. And when we came in today, I did something I don't normally do. I took my shoes off. I usually wear my shoes, but I knew I was going to be sitting, so I could take them off. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I keep an old catalog over here to the right of me, so that when I glue, I can just get it all over everywhere and not fight with it too much, because they're tight, Jeffrey. I doubt he can hear me. He probably has on his headphones. It was hot outside today. He said he was going to just take the day off. I don't know how many of you have seen, but he's been shoveling dirt all week. Sometimes when you're gluing, you want one of these little plastic gift cards to stick everything down. Glue stick in the toes. Yeah, yuck. Well, thank you, Miss D. We sure had fun last week. We made paper dolls, and we really had fun. I was afraid it was going to be boring, and everybody had a good time, I think. You never know what I'm going to do. And I might tell you I'm going to do one thing and then end up doing another, because that's the way my mind works some days. I think Jerry and Mary must have gone off to do something else. Susan, he went and tried to do that. You couldn't rent the Bobcat unless you had a trailer. You needed a trailer to rent the Bobcat. And we have a friend with a big tractor, and we couldn't rent a trailer for the big tractor. It was sort of one of those catch-22. We didn't have one thing, and we couldn't get the other thing. The other thing is you have to know how to drive a Bobcat. And like Jeff said, he probably could learn, but when you're paying by the hour, it's an expensive thing to learn. So he just came home and we started moving it. The other thing is it's a small space, so trying to move it around with very big equipment is not going to work. So it was one of those things. It's all done. Oh, Mary's live. Okay. Ah, okay, there's Jerry and Mary's live. Okay. Thank you, country girls. Okay, once I get that all done like that, I turn it over and trim off the excess. Which right this minute, it's very sticky and very wet. So remember that when you get it on your scissors, that you want to clean your scissors off. And then I'm going to find an image. Well, I'm glad you're back, Jerry. We are making, and I'll show it to you because I don't know. Oops, that's good. I put the scissors where the wipe goes and then didn't know where I was going to put my scissors. We're making, and I'm sure you've seen these before. Oops. This little book that folds out like that, and then it folds back, and then it folds out like, whoops, that, and like that, and like that. Oh, Mary in Michigan? Okay, yeah, Susan, I was talking about the Mary LTA. She was here earlier, but I haven't seen her pop up to know whether she was working along with us today or not. She may have gotten... Thanks, Jerry. Call to wait. Now, Jerry, you missed it, but you can put a cover on both sides and make it be just a book. Okay? If you do that, I suggest that you make your book your covers a little bit bigger than your square. This one, because I'm going to use it as a fold out in my book attached to my page, I don't want to have it bigger. I made it the same size. Now, I am going to put this on my page. My paper dolls are just misbehaving. They partied too much and they just do not want to behave. I think we are going to give them a little more. There we go. We'll just make them stay like that. Because I'm going to put this on corner to corner like so, I also am going to put my cover on, and to do that I'm just going to use some glue stick and glue, and I'm going to put glue stick and glue back here, but right now I'm going to put on I'm going to find an image for my cover. But I want to remember that I'm going to put this in here, not square like this, but cornery, like cornery. Oh my goodness. Like a diamond. The paper ended up being an 8.5-inch square. Jerry folded. Okay? Shoot what? That's okay, country girl. This folded square before I folded it was 8.5-inch squares. And then the top square is 4 1/4. Thank you, country girl. Yeah. Now, that's the size of this one. It doesn't matter as long as your pages are all square. This is something scrapbookers do a lot with 12 by 12 paper pads. Okay. So now we have this, and I'm going to find an image, and maybe an image and maybe a saying or a word. Oh, I like this word. Oh, I think we'll do these images. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. So, scissors. Yeah, Jerry, I used some giant envelopes I got in the mail. That was a security one on the inside, but these were giant, like, envelopes that came in the mail. And that's what I used for my pages, and it just so happened that 8.5 was about all I could cut out of it. Okay, Jerry, if you give me just a second, I can show you the fold. Let me find a square piece of paper. Let me make a square piece of paper. Okay, that's sort of square. Okay. Now, Jerry, when you tell me you're watching, yeah, they're 8.5 by 8.5, and then they are 4 1/4 after the fact. And Jerry, when you tell me you're there and you're watching, I'll fold that piece of paper for you. I don't want to fold it until... Okay, she's got a piece of paper ready. Okay, Jerry. The side that you want to be inside, that's my white one. The side you want to be inside should be up right now. And I made a boo-boo at the beginning of the thing, so that's why I'm specifically saying that. I folded it wrong the first time. We fold it in half. Okay. Then we open it. Well, or turn it and open it, with whatever. This is the folded side. So when we turn it, we're going to, this is folded right there. We're going to fold it this way. Okay. So now we have a big straight cross in the middle. Then we turn it over. And we turn it, doesn't matter which way, but we have a corner up there and a corner down there that we are going to then fold corner to corner. So remember that you folded 2 folds to one side and you turned it over and folded the corner to corner this way. Well, when you take it and you open it back up and you push the center up. These ones that you folded corners, you can bring together, and then the flat pieces go like that. Okay? And that creates your little guy, your little book. Let me know you got it, Jerry, because if not, I'll cut it. I'll do it again. So, a bunch of you are watching. I have a few people playing. What is everybody else working on today? Jerry, it is totally not my idea. This is an old scrapbooking thing. And then you open this up and you have pictures that you put in. But this will give you journal spots, or you can do art on that page. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm going to do. Holly says ATCs need to get sent off. New puppies. Oh dear. New puppies are keeping Holly up. Misty, I'm reading yours, but now she's playing with me. That's cool. And you made a video. Do you want me to fold it again? Is that what you asked me? Oh, how fun, Susan. Susan's painting boxes. Yes, that's right, Susan. It's cheaper. This Prismacolors stay in their own space. Misty, I'm not sure if you need me to fold that again, and if so, I will be glad to do it. But I'm not sure. Okay, just give me 1 second to glue this down, and I will gladly do that. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. Whatever side we want to be our inside of our page, we have up. Okay, so this is the outside technically of my page. This is the inside of my page. And I have a square, and it has to be square. It doesn't... I'll show you in just a minute, Jerry. As far as I know, this does not work unless it's square. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to fold it like so in half. Then we open it and we turn it a quarter turn so that we fold it in half again. And let me get a marker. I have a marker somewhere. Okay, so now I have that folded both directions in half straight. Then I turn it over. And I turn it so that I have a point, and I fold it this way. And the reason for turning it over is then the folds are all going the way that they need to be going in the end. Okay, so what we do is we fold this like so, this way. Then when we open it, we take our hand and we're going to push on the middle of the back side, right where all the folds are. Push on the middle, and then where the corners were folded, you pinch it and push them together and fold the flat pieces, and that's how you end up with your flat pieces folded. Okay? All right, now Jerry, the deal is that you have to make multiples of this. I have 4 of them in my book. Okay? So once I have these 4 things made so that each one looks like this, I take them, and this is the folded corner. Okay, that's the center of the page. This is the one where it has 2 flaps, and these are all the loose corners. Make sure all of the folded corners end up together, and you just glue one on top of the other. So I take the back side of this one and glue it to the front side of that, the next one down. So they're just layered. Does that make sense, Jerry? This piece right here is 2 glued together. Okay? And I can't really open it all at one time, but see, so that corner is glued. Okay, it made sense. All right, that's what we need. And then, like I said, because I'm putting this on this page, I don't want my cover to be big because I'm going to glue this down. Okay, I'm going to glue it down right here. And if my cover was bigger than my page, I'm afraid that as I opened it, it would catch. So I made my cover exactly the same size. But if you were making a book, I'd make my cover a little bit bigger, maybe 1/8 of an inch all the way around bigger. So, thanks, Misty. I'm glad you got it. The neighbors are cooking out and having a party again. I can hear them over there. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and glue my book in. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue stick on the back really good. And then I'm going to go around the edge with that wet glue. I I went to a book arts meeting. Once a month there's a group, a local group that has a book arts meeting, and I went to that yesterday, and we had a discussion about glues. And I have several glues, and I use different things for different purposes. And like I said, I probably could have left it like that, but I really wanted to have a little bit more body on the first one. So we're just going to squish it down. Hi, Nancy. And then I'm going to glue my cover on, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to just glue stick it really well, and then use some liquid glue around the edge. I got a big glob of glue on the side of the glue stick. Glue sticks are not behaving today. You missed it, Jerry. One of them flew on the floor. The innards of it flew out and flew on the floor. Oops. Now be careful. Make sure your cover goes on the right direction if you're gluing it into your book. Okay. Oh yeah, I did show my cool book haul. Nancy, did I not say hi? I thought I did. I'm sorry. Hi, Mina. Yeah, I started out, because I was late today, guys, I started with my book haul and a few other little things so that people could find me, because I knew, I wasn't right on time. Excuse me just a minute. I want to make sure I'm not actually needed here. Sherry says she did it. She did it. She did it. She said, and she gave me permission to share, so I will share it in a little while. So now there's my book, and see, it opens. Now that's why, right here is why I was afraid to make my cover too big. I was afraid if I made the cover too big, things wouldn't lay flat. I did say hi, okay. Oh. And Mina, that's, we started with the book haul, so this, I'd say it was about 45 minutes or so in before we started on our project. Now, because, this is in my book, that's possibly going to happen. All right? So we need to find a way to keep it closed. And a big fancy paper clip was suggested. And I have little paper clips, but I think I had a big one somewhere. If not, we'll ask Jeff to get me one. Ah, there they are. I have big, nope, those are not big paper clips. because I think a short normal paper clip is not going to reach in far enough. That's my problem. It is not. Okay, so just a minute. I messed something up. Saving the video, doing this for sure. Yeah, Susan, it will definitely be saved. It usually takes it a little while to upload because the video is so long. Oh, sewing it on will be very cute. Mina magnets would work too. That would be cute to put a magnet in it. Yep. I think I'm going to do a paper clip because that way we can decorate a paper clip. And a Velcro dot, you know, Velcro dot would be fun too. It could have a little strap over the top of it. We could put little straps like that. That might be even more fun to put little straps like that on it. Oh, let's do that. That would be really cute. We'll put little straps on both corners like it belongs there. I like that idea. I'll be right back, okay? Okay. We are now going to make some belt loops for our book. Hi, Joyce. If you glue a ribbon under the bottom and then sew a button to the front, yeah, that would work too. I didn't do that ahead of time, though, so now I have to do something after the fact. You're welcome, Lala. But Joyce, you're right. If I had put a ribbon underneath the bottom, I could have put a snap or a button, or I could have, you know, just glued string across it and tied it. There's 500,000 things we could have done, but I didn't think of it ahead of time. So I was thinking paper clip. So now I have to do something different. So I think I'll make little belt loops for it. So I'm going to set it off to the side, and I'm going to get some paper bag. Okay. I'm just making this thicker than normal is the deal. I'm just kind of sort of making a belt loop out of it. And yeah, I'm making it way longer than it needs to be. And that's way too wide. I don't like that. I'd rather have too much than not enough. No, Lola, it's not your fault. Mina, I used 4. I have 4 glued together. Four pages. They were 8.5 by 8.5 squares on mine. Okay. I had used three actual envelopes that came in the mail with stuff in them, and one of them had a big envelope window in the front, and so that one didn't work. And then one was kind of dirty, so I ended up with 4 pages, and I didn't want to get it too thick because I was gluing it in my book. I am just gluing this together as like to make it be a thicker piece. I could have used some cardboard, you know, whatever. I'm just making a belt loopy thing, little loop, and I am kind of just gluing it together. And yeah, this is way more than I need. Hi, Azure. Huh, Azure, I don't know. It's on your PC? Because it comes that way on my phone, but not on my PC. Okay, Mina, I did ask you. It was 4 pages. And Azure, I don't know, because mine is off to the side like it always has been. Okay. Now I'm just gluing that down. And I'm going to take my pin and I'm going to make it into belt loops, little brown belt loops. So I'm going to do some little stitching. On the edges. Yeah, I have no idea. I would suggest Azure. The first thing I always do is shut my computer off, step away for a minute, and then come back and turn it back on, because that's, you know, but I would say start completely over with turning the computer back on. That stitch was very crooked. My sewing machine's got bad timing if they're that crooked. Either that or my driving skills on the sewing machine are bad. Maybe I'll use some of this to help hold the door closed on the other page. That might be cute. I also went thrift store shopping yesterday too, guys. I showed a little bit of that in the beginning. I didn't get much. Just got a little bit. You have to go to the thrift store when you have a coupon. Yeah, it looks like you're. I would just shut it off, Azure, and start back. No need to. You're not disturbing, hun. Second box from the right. That might work too. Yes. Oh, I hope she saw that before she went out. Azure, I hope you saw that before you went out of here. If she comes back in, country girl, will you tell her that again? Because she might not see it. Hold on one second. Jeffrey, hon, are you up? Okay, could you do me a favor? Okay, then I need some tea. Okay. Okay. Now these are kind of long belt loops, but that's okay. What do you think, guys? I like it. I think it's cute. And one more thing. In one of those little plastic boxes in the by the office supply stuff, there should be some of those great big paper clips. Will you bring me some? Please and thank you. He's so sweet. Yeah, you're right. That's what is going on. Thank you. Well, I hope she comes back in and saw that. Okay. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put these little things. I have these little Velcro-y things. Okay, there's some, and I don't ever trust the glue on these, so I am going to put some tacky glue on the back. Like so. Where did the other one go? The little hook part is almost clear. It's hard to see. And then I'm going to put tacky glue, and I'm going to use tacky glue because that glue dries a little harder, and I'm afraid it might come loose. And I'm just going to hold them there for a few minutes. I am not going to try to put the other little piece, I'm not going to try to stick these down just yet. I'm going to let the tacky glue up here dry. You got it. Yeah, I got a good one. I got a good one. Yes, I did, Susan. I did. And I had him a while, too. I've had him 35 years in October. Well, actually longer than that, but we've been married 35 years. Okay, so I'm going to just leave those. I'm not going to try to pull it down. I'm just going to guess kind of where the other little guy goes and not stick it for fear that it'll make that pop up. We don't want to have it popping off. But I can kind of guess. There we go. And I can stick it down in a little bit. But you're right. I got a good one. He works like a crazy person, too. As retired as he is, he sure doesn't slow down very much. There. Now when those dry, then I can stick them down to that and it will hold it. Isn't that cute? And here we say that's too stinking cute. I don't want to stick it right this minute for fear when I stick it down, it'll pull the other end up. That was my, and pull the others off. So I'm just going to let them get all dry before I stick them together. That was why I didn't. If it had been flat, it would have been a different story. I could have just done that, but I was afraid. So I'm just going to set that aside. And put these back in their little bag. I can't remember what I got those for, but it was for something. When he brings me the paper clip, we'll make some kind of fun paper clip just because we talked about a paper clip. I was gonna say, how's everybody's book going? Sherry, did you got your book done? Did you get yours done? Jerry, are you making one now? Azure, if you've come back in yet, Country, scroll up in the chat. Country Girl Scrappin' knew what was wrong. And she says you're in theater mode, and that's why it's below the chat. Thank you, Sherry. Did you got yours all finished? Nope, she's just watching. Okay. Well, like I said, we're going to make a paper clip. Some kind of paper clip. I don't know what yet. We'll have to think about that. I got an idea. I think Janet has made these little flowers before. So what I am going to do, and I'm going to cheat and use my hole punch. Well, I thought I was going to. I guess not. Well, goodness gracious. I guess I'm not using that hole punch. It's stuck. That's going to require a tool. That's interesting. I've been using that punch and it's not had that issue. So we'll just have to try something different. We'll just use a different punch. No, we'll not. We'll use a... We're going to draw our circles. I'm just going to use a pencil and draw my circles. Sherry, another paper doll clip. Mindy, maybe next week. It's already 4 o'clock.
These are pretty much regular size. You wanted some like this bigger?
Yeah.
Because this is what I found.
Oh,
those
well,
are too big.
That's not what I wanted, but,
Those work.
probably not. I'll put it on a little one. I'll leave these in here. No, I wanted the little, the 2-inch ones. I thought we had some, but I'll hunt some. Not, this one might work. I'll just keep these. I can keep all of them.
Okay.
He's looking at me funny, like if I kept all of them. No, you know, I got 500 million paper clips, and do you think the one I wanted I can find? These are just regular paper clips, and these are giant. Look at the size of these paper clips, guys. Let me see here. Okay, Mindy, I think paper doll is a little much for this afternoon, but paper dolls are on my agenda for another time. I will put them on the list. Also, I was going to talk to the girls about a swap, so I haven't done that yet because I haven't got that together. Oh, Lisa and the group. Yes, Sherry. I talked about it.
I'm gonna watch a movie, so I'm gonna have my headsets on.
Okay, honey. Have fun. Before I do this paperclip, we will talk about, I will show you again what I'm going to do. Sherry, the dates are May 7th. It's Tuesdays, May 7th and 14th at 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to have a very big avalanche here in a minute if I'm not careful. And give me 1 second to find out what this is. Oh, okay. I apologize, guys, for my phone going off, but I had to leave it for fear I needed to do some actual work, beadwork. But Sherry, what we're going to do is we're going to do a 1-page zine book, style book. Lisa has done books like that before, and I have done books like that. This is a little one. Of course, it won't undo. This is a little one, and this was made with a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper. It has pockets in the sides, and it has pockets in the top. I put notepads and a signature. Lisa put signatures in all 3 places of hers. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a file folder, and this file folder is a legal size file folder, but that you don't have to have that. A regular size file folder will work perfectly. This is just what I could grab. Kind of, it was on top, okay? To show you, you will probably need another file folder for the tags and all of that stuff. And I'm going to do a video. I was supposed to do that last week. I was supposed to do the video last week, and I just didn't get to it. It was just one of those things. So May 7th and 14th, and I know that there's no time in between, but it has to do with Lisa's schedule this next month. And so the file folder will be the book itself. You may want a second file folder for tags. Lisa, I think, and I are both going to use napkins to decorate it, but it could be painted. You could use painted papers, and maybe I'll use painted papers. If Lisa's going to use napkins, maybe I will use painted papers. But let me think. Oh, our guest. The guest is going to be Spanky Madison. She is from Spanky's Crafty Corner. She has never made a zine style book before, so it ought to be fun. It'll be something different for her, and so she'll be learning along with y'all. Although I'm surprised she probably has made one already. But I will get a video up this week that tells you the supplies and not only the supplies, but a couple of videos that you can watch, just so you know where we're going. Guys, yeah, I know I need to punch with aluminum foil. I've never had it stick before. I've used it a whole bunch, and I've never had it stick before. So, thank you, Janet. So I'll have to do that with the aluminum foil. But first I have to get that paper out of it, so because it's jammed in there good. So I have a toolkit in the other room, and I'll get it out. And Susan, yeah, these are some giant paper clips. Now I'm going to tell you, they've been around a while too. And a big old bag. I might be able to put it on that one. We'll see. It might work real well on that. I'm not sure. This is really big. This would be fun to decorate, though. It's going to start on my channel, Mina. We're going to start on my channel. This we changed things around 2 or 3 times because of things that was going on next month. So that's one of the reasons why we're so late in getting everything kind of sorted out. And so because we went from afternoon and then we were going to do it in the afternoon, and then it didn't work quite right, and then things got changed so Lisa could do it in the evening. So it's just one of those things. So, but oh, Lori's leaving. Lala's leaving. Okay, bye, Lala. I'm going to make this paper clip flower. Janet has made these before. And then I am going to probably go. Since we talked about a paper clip, I thought we would make one. By then my little strips might be dry and I can tape down my thing. To decorate those clips, Sherry, I can decorate that clip in a hurry with some beads. That would be fun too. Mindy, how would you like to make a paper doll with a playing card? Yes, okay. I haven't seen that challenge, but that would be fun. That's a big paper clip. Clip a whole book in there. I think it was also bite if you're not careful. Lala, I'm really glad you came. If you're still here. Tim the Toolman Taylor paper clips. Yeah, that's true. I have no idea where they came from. None whatsoever. But we've had them a while. We've always had this gigantic desk. It's actually still at my mother's in the shed. That all the drawers were filled with stuff like that. Just stuff like that. And now they're in a closet in the extra room. So, and I may put this on a little paper clip because it depends on how it fits. But what I'm going to do is fold these in half. So I have these little half circles. And I may need one more. I'm not sure. Janet, you've made these before. I haven't made these really before. I may need an extra one. Or one less. I'm not sure. It's only a suggested talent. Okay, Sherry. Oh, you want to make a little one, Mindy? Yes, that's true, Susan. Oh, a little paper doll. Okay. Let me think about it. Okay, I am going to put some little pin marks around this because I liked the pin marks. They call this pin stitching, I think. Sherry, that would be a fun challenge. The biggest problem is whether or not others could find those paper clips. I guess. Well, I'll have to see if I have more of that big one because I could put some in my shop. I got lots of that size. Let me see what I can do, Sherry. It'd be fun. Okay, Mindy, I think little paper dolls will be cute. We made big ones. Let's make some little ones. Becky's little paper dolls were just absolutely adorable. Did you see Becky's paper doll, Mindy? How it peeked over the top of her page? Mystery clip mail, yeah. Yes, Susan, it does. These are paper clamps. They are not paper clips. They are paper clamps. Now, the number 2, though, this is a number 2 clamp. This is the smaller one is the number 2. I have no idea what that one is. These are number 2 clamps. These are ideal paper clamps. Stock number 21C. They were from a company in the Bronx, Nosting Incorporated. There's the full information I've got. Let me see here. These are, okay. There's that. Okay. Yes, they probably would. I'll have to take a look, but I could probably also put some in my shop. I'll have to see if 1, 2, 3. I've got 8 of the giant ones. I'll have to see if I've got some more of these giant ones. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to put these little pieces together, and what I am doing is I'm opening this circle and I am tucking this piece in to that circle, and I'm just holding it right now because I'm trying to figure out how many pieces I need. Janet, am I doing this right? I don't know that I am. This is way big. It's too big. I don't like it. Okay, see, that's what I was going for, and I'm not liking it. There we go. Maybe if I open it up some more. Okay, I like it when I open it up some more. I think I need a couple more pieces. Paper clamps is it. Okay. That's not how you made yours. Okay. Well, this is how I'm going to make this one. Because it's probably going to work okay. But what I need is a couple more pieces. So, I need a couple more circles. That means so far I have 6. I'm going to make 8. I'll have to go back and look at yours, Janet, because that's what I had in mind that you had done, and I don't remember now what it was you'd done. I knew that I know I've seen you do something with them, but I'm not sure how it was done. Oh, okay. You had a little circle and put them on top. Yeah. That would work. And I'm going to put a little circle underneath them in a minute, but by not having to lay them in, it would probably work better. So I'll punch a little circle in a second. Hi, Lisa. Lisa, are you going to be here for just a minute? I want to show you something. Y'all don't mind if I step away and I want to show Lisa that book that I showed earlier. I'm going to come back and finish this in just a second. I'll get it sorted. I want to show Lisa that book. I just took a tower of books, guys, and slid it. It's all the way across the floor. Oh dear. Look at Lisa. This is the Weaver's Horn Book. A Tale of What is Weaving Where by Sally Kessler, and it's marked from Penland. And I don't know if you know about Penland, but Penland is in the Blue Ridge. I got this at the library book sale this morning, and it must be a self-published book. I'm guessing it came off the press at Penland. The covers made to look like wood flooring. The pages are all this craft cardstock type, not cardstock, but craft paper. It's almost like newsprint, but a little darker and a little thicker. And the first page says, "Upon a mountaintop, as I heard tell, there was a place where one might learn to weave well." And there's a little lady weaving. And then it goes on, and there's a sort of a poem, and it talks about the Edward F. Worst craft house. And I don't know if you know, do you know about Penland, Lisa? Have you ever, we've been there. I don't think it was it the year we were married that Jeffrey took me there, or the year after? It might have been the year after we were married. We went up there in the fall just to go there. It is something. You want to weave a warp wheel wind, your cares relieve, and rest your mind. I thought it was really cute. It was fun. Lisa, it's in the Blue Ridge, and it started as a place for the women of the Blue Ridge area to learn a trade that they could help to support their families. That's, you know, the very poor area. And they would come to Penland, learn to weave, and then Penland would place a loom in their home, and they of course would work off the price of the loom over time, but then they would bring their wares to Penland, and Penland would sell them, and they would earn a wage. And it's a really cool place. Now it's not just weaving, it's all about crafts and all sorts of things. Okay, now Janet said she put a little circle and put all of the little other circles in on the circle to make it to put it together. I am going to put the circle down and then just put it together the way I started, because that way if I leave them one open, they should be where it'll kind of give it some three-dimensionality. But I think I need a bigger circle to stick them to. That's too small. And you guys do know I can't cut a circle very well without drawing it first, so yeah, it makes it way easier to attach. I can totally see that, Janet. I'm gonna just put some tacky glue in the middle, and I'll probably need some more though. Okay, let me bring the camera in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I just added a little glue. I'm just putting a little glue down on each one. We'll see how it goes. I may have to come back and do it differently. We'll find out. Okay. Now here's the thing. They have to go... This one and this one have to be on each side. There we go. There we go. It's getting there. Oh, I'm off camera. I'm sorry, guys. I hope it wasn't completely off. There we go. Now on this last one, I'm going to tuck it underneath the first one. There we go. Now, if I put something on the center, We need something that's bright and colorful. Surely I have something that's bright and colorful. Oh. How about that blue one? We'll punch out. Guys, I'm not paying attention to chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, wasn't that a neat book, Lisa? I just thought it was adorable. Then I'm just going to glue that right in the center. Now it's got a big circle on the back and a little tiny circle on the front. Is that close, Janet? But I don't know about... Well, that would work without any problems. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of paper. So that it goes in this. That's too wide. Like so. Yep. I think I better glue this piece of paper down a little bit better back here. It wasn't glued out to the edge, and if I don't glue it out to the edge, I'm afraid the paper clip will pull it off. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the glue on this piece of paper. And put the paper through that bar on the paper clip. I hope y'all can see that. And just glue it down on both sides. Now I may find that I have to go back and use a piece of fabric or something that paper clip will pull through the paper, but we'll find out. Isn't that fun? Okay, let me clean up my mess just a little bit so you can see today's project. Lisa, we've been discussing our May project, and I've given the dates again, and said that I was a very bad girl and did not get the video made this week. But there's that. I don't want to leave it in my book because that piece of paper is kind of wet, but yeah, I can't stick it on because every time I move it, it moves because it's too wet. But I'll be able to stick it on later. Let's see, it's gonna go right in there. There we go. Ta-da! Decorated paper clip. Clamp. Those are tapered clamps. Okay, and this is our little page, our little book, and now I can stick down our little holders. So we will open it like this, and then we can open our book. These will just have to fold back. And our book opens. And it opens. on, pop in there. There you go. Do you like it, guys? Oops, I must have glued it down a little bit. There we go. I like it too. I'm pleased. I'm very, very pleased. That's fun. Thanks, guys. I hope you all had fun. I'm going to read you a quote from our 1001 Ways to Creativity. And then I'm going to go for today. For one, I'm going to have to find my table. So I'm going to read you a quote. Oh, let me come back out. Oh, you couldn't see the book? No wonder. Oh, just a minute. I'll show it to you again. Dang, I'm sorry, guys. You couldn't see any of that. Mindy, I'm not going to decorate the pages. I'm going to leave them blank for like journaling in if you wanted to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so zoomed in where you couldn't see things. I just folded these back and then they open. But I'm not going to decorate these pages because I wanted to leave them like journal spots. That was my plan. At least on this one. We may do something different and decorate them later. And then I don't know if you guys could even see, but this paper clip, it's real wet right now, so I don't want to, but you can put this paper clip on. It's tight, and I can't grab hold of the flower part because it's wet. There we go. Came out real cute. Thank you, Janet, for reminding me about the bottom circle. Oh, you could see. Okay. I was afraid you couldn't see. So, you know what would be really fun, Mindy, is to make a book like this. Okay, to use your painty papers to make a book like this, and then do collages or something on these pages. That would be really fun to me. I think that would be a lot of fun. Or to do it with scrapbook paper that is either decorated or something, maybe something you don't like, and then you could paint over them, because it'd be fun to use as an art journal. I think it'd be fun to use as an art journal. We may have to do that. We may just have to do that. You guys want to do that one day? Oh, wallpaper would be really fun, Sherry. Wallpaper would be fabulous. Because not only that, the pages are stiffer. And yes, it would mean it would be fun to attach. Okay. All right, guys, let me look at my schedule and see when that might work. Anyways, I'm going to read you 1001 Ways to Creativity, and guys, that's a good idea. I better write it down. Where did my pen go? If I don't write it down, I forget stuff. Not only that, wallpaper's bigger. We could make bigger circle. You could make it with bigger circles. Okay. Sorry guys, if I don't write things down these days, I forget. Okay. There was something else I was going to write down. What was it, y'all? Okay, Mod Podging napkins on the paper would be on the pages would be really fun. Mina, why don't you message me? Um, um, you know, I've been thinking, guys, about putting some wallpaper. Jerry's got wallpaper in her shop, and I've been thinking about putting some wallpaper in my shop too, because that would work real well. Yeah, we could do that, Lisa. I was thinking about doing it sooner, though. I suppose, would you guys mind waiting for June? I was thinking about doing it so that I could do art journal pages in it. But if we waited until June, guys, if we waited till June, we could, yeah, Lisa, that's a good idea. If we waited till June, then it would give people time to get supplies. Yeah, Jerry, is it a little, is it might be a little brittle for folding. I'm just thinking about for folding it is all, Jerry. And I don't know, I would like to try it with wallpaper. Before I said we would do it with wallpaper. Mindy, what do you think? Would you mind waiting until June? She may have gone. So, oh, okay, that would be a good idea, Jerry. Yeah, and Lisa's right. Some wallpaper doesn't fold like a crisp edge. Some scrapbook paper is not good to fold up a lot. Jerry, let's talk so that I know whether or not to point them in your direction too. Um, Mina, okay. I'll tell you what, guys. We'll put that on the agenda and do. I need to do a little checking, research, and making sure that certain things will work before I say that this is what we're going to use. And I'm going to read you a quote and go because it's almost 4:45, and I'm guessing some hubby would probably like to be fed. So I'm going to read you a quote. You may not be a Picasso or a Mozart, but you don't have to be. Just create to create. Create to remind yourself you're still alive. Make stuff to inspire others to make something too. Create to learn a bit more about yourself. Frederick Terrell. Oh, that's something else I got, guys. I got a book today that's all quotes by women. I'll have to find it. And yes, Janet is right. Discontinued books are a good place to get wallpaper. So, okay, guys, I'm going to go. I hope you had a good afternoon. Bye. Thanks for coming. I'm sorry I was late, but I'm so glad y'all came and hung out with me and made this fun little... Okay, Sherry, it's a pop-up. It's a pop-up because it pops up. So y'all managed to make it through another pop-up. Love y'all. Bye-bye.